What odds would you got on this at the beginning of the season? Carlos Sainz back behind the wheel of a Citroën Zara, preparing to take part in another WRC event. We thought we'd seen the last of the Spaniard when he retired from the sport last November after winning more rallies than anyone else. But an urgent plea from his old team saw him agree to don his Citroën overalls for one final time as the team decided to do what with their favourite number 2, Francois Duval, following his third serious accident this season. For some, it's like Sainz has never been away.
You can feel that he's around. It's nice to see him again, and especially in a rally car.
I think he's back for one rally. It's good. He's the car behind us on the road, so first time I've met him, so pretty cool.
So King Carlos is back, and nobody was more surprised than him.
It was quite strange because a couple of weeks ago, not at all. I was thinking that 2 weeks later I will be driving here, but well, that's the way it is. Circumstances make this happen, and once I have decided to do it, I will try to do a good job.
Is there any chance of you doing another rally after this?
We will see after the rally, but it's going to be very, very difficult.
So you're not saying no? Maybe if you win or get on the podium, you think, hang on, get that other victory?
No.
And if he does decide to continue, this man will make him more than welcome. Sebastian Loeb currently leads the World Championship and is chasing a 4th successive win. But the recent rain in Turkey's made that task more complicated.
We have to start the rally and to finish it. And when we saw the condition in Turkey, it was very difficult. A lot of mud, very, very slippery. A lot of grip changing, and so it's very easy to make a mistake.
This is the man pursuing the all-conquering Frenchman. Peter Solberg knows he needs to start winning, and soon. He cannot allow a repeat of Loeb's runaway success last time out.
He had a very easy rally now in Cyprus, and I don't want that to happen again. I want to really be on the case now. We were very unlucky, but I think everything should be absolutely perfect now.
Marco Martin is in joint second in the championship, while teammate Marcus Grunham, on the other hand, believes he can secure Peugeot's first win of the season. Tony Gardemeister again heads Ford's challenge after the team achieved a record 50th consecutive points finish in Cyprus. Mitsubishi will be looking to continue their good start to the season, while Skoda need a decent points finish to lift morale in the Czech team. Historically, Turkey is not as slow and rocky as the recent rally of Cyprus, but recent rainfall has produced an even smoother, faster surface. So the 7th round of the World Championship brings us to southern Turkey, and the rally is based at the city of Antalya, the service park in nearby Kemer. The rally is fought out among the dramatic scenery and among the country's southern coast, and the onset of summer has brought sun worshippers to Kemer's sandy beaches. This is how the championship looks after 6 rounds. World champion Sebastian Loeb leads the way, with Peter Solberg and Marco Martin tied in second, 11 points behind the Frenchman. Peugeot heads to the manufacturer's table. Citroën will hope the introduction of Sainz can assist their pursuit of their French rivals. An enthusiastic local crowd attended the traditional start in Antalya, and it was a returning rally legend who got the warmest welcome. Last-minute organisational changes led to the opening Super Special being cancelled, so the opening test of the event is the 29-kilometre Stage 2. As championship leader, it falls to Sebastian Loeb to get the action underway. The recent rain is good news for the world champion. The more compact surface has very little loose gravel for the leading driver to sweep away, so Loeb's road position should be less of a disadvantage. Although the Frenchman's been in such imperious form recently, that running first on the road is unlikely to prove a handicap anyway. It's another great start for Loeb here in Turkey.
Some places are very slippery, but it's mud, it's not gravel, so it's not a problem to open the road. And I was pushing very hard, and I think the time should be good.
The big question is, can Peter Solberg find the pace to respond to Loeb's current dominance? Retirement at the last round in Cyprus was a frustrating setback in the Norwegian's quest to reclaim the driver's crown he won in 2003. Loeb set a target of 22 minutes 9.5 seconds, and Solberg is already much slower.
Double tightens early. Opens 60. One right pass. Tightens.
That's a disappointing start from the Norwegian. He's already 16.9 seconds off the pace.
I think it must be the tires, Bill. Yeah, of course.
Tire too hard. Too hard.
Why was it wrong for the conditions then? Just explain.
It's more muddy than we thought, and we should have done more cutting and stuff. I think the guys have gone soft compound.
Tony Gardemeister's had a solid but inconsistent season since joining the Ford team. The Finn has only competed in Turkey once before, and his inexperience could be a disadvantage. He's 41 seconds behind Loeb's impressive time on the opening stage. Compatriot Marcus Gronholm is another who needs a strong finish after a frustrating Cyprus rally. Peugeot's #1 failed to even complete the opening stage on the Mediterranean island. He does at least manage that here. He's 4th quickest. Gigi Galli has impressed this season in his 3 previous outings for Mitsubishi. The Italian's shown impressive speed, but problems so far have prevented him from converting his pace to top 6 finishes. Recent tests have greatly improved the Lancer's damper settings, and it's a committed start to Gigi's 2nd attempt at the Rally of Turkey. He's 2nd, only 13 seconds off Loeb's time.
I think our setup, our damper is going very well in that slippery condition, and still I think we did one good tire choice for that stage.
And the moment rally fans around the world have been waiting for, the return of Carlos Sainz. It's been 7 months since the Spanish legend has driven a Citroën Zara in anger, so it remains to be seen how soon he can get back on the pace. Sainz is the ultimate professional, but the long layoff is taking its toll as he struggles to find a rhythm on the opening test. Former world champion is 10th fastest on stage 2.
You have to concentrate a lot to get the feeling back behind the wheel.
Yeah, it's not so easy, but we'll see. We will keep trying.
So Loeb starts where he left off in Cyprus 3 weeks ago, leading the rest of the field, and with a 13-second advantage on Galli after the opening test. Tony Gardemeister is down in 9th, with Sainz 3.2 seconds adrift of him in 10th. The conditions of this season's Rally of Turkey very different to previous years. The roads are proving a lot smoother and wider, and many crews take the time to make setup tweaks before the second test. The Arikanda stage is the shortest of the rally besides the Super Special at just under 12 kilometres. After his cautious start reacquainting himself with the Zara, Carlos Sainz sets about getting back up to a competitive pace on stage 3. With the improved road surface, average speeds are higher than previous years in Turkey, and Carlos is certainly taking advantage through here. He hasn't taken long to get up to speed. The Spaniard is 4th quickest, jumping from 10th to 7th on the leaderboard. His teammate, meanwhile, continues his relentless charge. Loeb is fastest again on stage 3 and extends his lead to 17 seconds. Subaru's Chris Atkinson has proved quick but accident-prone in his first 5 rallies since joining the team. He's only scored points in 1 round so far. He's running 7th after stage 2 on his first attempt at the Rally of Turkey. Not again. He went slightly offline there and he's hit a rock.
Only got 500 metres to go. Back it up.
Right near the end of the stage, it looks like he's going to be able to continue. He's damaged his suspension though. This is going to be very costly. The Australian's off the leaderboard after stage 3 while Loeb extends his advantage again and Sainz is already into the points. Atkinson's made it back to service despite parting company with one of the wheels and the Subaru driver is again frustrated.
500 metres to go on the last stage and it was quite a fast tightening corner. Maybe came in a gear too high and went down for the tightening bit and just ran wide and there was a big rock on the outside, collected that and that took the wheel off, way offline, so a big mistake by me, but you get that.
And driving on 3 wheels, Atkinson has damaged the fuel tank and despite the best efforts of the Subaru team, the Australian will have to call it a day, although he should be back under Super Rally rules for tomorrow. Meanwhile, teammate Petter Solberg is finding the correct tyre choice hard to find.
Petter, what's it going to take to catch Sebastian Loeb? He's quick again.
Yeah, but obviously we just had hard tires this morning and also for the whole rally. And we're going to use the one set that we have now that we maybe should have used this morning, but they were talking about some rain later today, so we didn't want to take any risk to use the tire. So obviously we lost a lot because of the tire choice now. And you see Gully, he had a soft tire and the more narrow. And it seems like it worked very well for him. So we did a mistake, but we don't have anything else.
Well, Gigi, what a great start for you.
Yes, we are very happy. And in a special way, we did one good choice this morning about the tire. But I think that the most important is last week we did a very good job during the test, and we find one very good solution about the shock absorbers, and I think that is the main thing about that performance about our Mitsubishi.
Galli is flying. Find out if he can catch the rally leader after the break. Welcome back to the Anatolian Mountains in Turkey, where the WRC crews are making their way through the picturesque hillside villages on their way to the next test, where life has stood still. Stage 4 is 22 kilometers long, and there have been reports of some very muddy sections throughout the tests. Up to now, Sebastian Loeb's been unaffected by running first on the road, but he could be at a disadvantage here. The onboard cameras show there's much more loose gravel and mud than on the stages earlier in the morning, and conditions are very slippery. The Citroën driver is having to carve his way through the slippery surface to try and find some traction, and it's certainly slowing him down. He's really struggling for grip.
For me, it was absolutely no right lines. It was mud like this, and I was full throttle in 4th gear. No, nothing came. So I think I'm doing some lines for the other.
With Loeb struggling, can Petter Solberg take advantage? After making the wrong tyre choice in the morning, the Norwegians has opted for Pirelli's KP tyre. It's much better suited to these tricky conditions for the stage. The tyre is narrow with a much more open tread. It should be better on these looser, muddy sections.
Into 6 right, keep in, and 2 left, tightens minus, keep in. Early 3 right plus up long. Opens.
And so it will prove. Petter is nearly 12 seconds faster than Loeb. Gigi Galli was 24 seconds ahead of Solberg coming into this stage. The Italian's been using the KP tyre all morning, and it's so far certainly been the right choice. He is also running 10 cars behind the rally leader, so 10 cars have scraped away the mud surface. A clear line is appearing, and this could be a great opportunity to close on Loeb. Galli's nearing the end of the stage, and this is looking very fast. He was just over 17 seconds behind Loeb before the stage, and he has a real chance of claiming the rally lead.
20. Sinistra 1 e sinistra 6, per destra 2 dentro. 30.
The end is in sight, and he's got plenty of time in hand. He's done it. 23.7 seconds quicker than the world champion and nearly 10 seconds quicker than anyone else. His second fastest stage time of the season.
17:37.6. 1737.6 varmult.
Gigi, your time's just come through. Your fastest by 12 seconds. Good.
Galli, the master of the understatement. One man who's very accustomed to setting top times is Carlos Sainz. The Spaniard may be some way off repeating that just yet, but after a shaky start on stage 1, he's been impressively quick at getting up to speed after his 7th-month absence from the sport. But Sainz can't match the time of Galli. He is second fastest and already up to 5th place overall. A typically professional and speedy performance from the former world champion.
Sainz can't match the time of Galli, but he's set.
All changed then on the leaderboard after stage 4. Galli leads a rally for the first time ever, and this is the first time Mitsubishi's led an event since 2001. It's a busy first day in Turkey for the crews. Another 2 stages to go before the second service halt. Armin Schwartz and the Skoda team are desperate for a change in their fortunes, and the German, as their #1 driver, is under pressure to produce. He's already languishing down in 12th position, and he doesn't look like he's likely to improve upon it. He's broken his suspension, and that is the end of his day. The German has only finished 2 rallies without super rallying this season, and neither of those were in top 8 places. Surely things can only get better for the experienced Armin. That leaves teammate Jane Tuahino as the Czech team's sole representative for now. A lucky escape for a wandering dog there, and an unwelcome distraction for the Finn. He's unable to improve on 13th. It seems like it's going to be another frustrating weekend for Jane. Fellow Finn Tony Gardemeister is faring slightly better. But for someone who harbours hopes of challenging for the championship, this is still not good enough for Ford's #1. He at last manages to haul himself into a point-scoring position, though. 6th fastest on stage 5, enough to claim 8th overall. Gigi Galli is pushing hard in an effort to hold on to the rally lead. Overtaking world champion Sebastian Loeb was a landmark moment for Galli and another indication of the resurgence of the Mitsubishi team in recent events.
Di destra 1, per sinistra 1, meno, per destra 1.
He's not quite able to match his impressive pace on the previous test. Fifth quickest on both stages 5 and 6. He slips back into second. So it's Sebastian Loeb who reclaims the rally lead with another pair of fastest times. He's already pulled out over half a minute's advantage over Galli. You know who is back in front. The conclusion of day one is coming up. Will he stay there? Welcome back to the Rally of Turkey, where there another hazard for the WRC crews on day one. A sudden rain shower before stage 7, making conditions incredibly difficult. As Sebastian Loeb takes to the stage to defend his lead of half a minute, the conditions are more reminiscent than a summer event in the Mediterranean. There are puddles and mud everywhere, and if the Frenchman was struggling for grip earlier in the day, it'll be 10 times worse here. But sure-footed Loeb comes through unscathed, fastest once again on both stages. Marcus Gronholm has again been unable to match the searing pace of the world champion. The Peugeot driver's times have steadily improved, however, and he moves to within 3 seconds of Peter Solberg's third position after the treacherous stage 7. Despite acknowledging the threat of rain earlier in the day, Solberg has made the unfortunate decision of changing back to the XR tyre for the afternoon stages. He has a limited supply of the better-suited KP. Gambling on the XR, he hoped the rain would hold off. That's obviously failed. He's practically no grip. Petuk's 19 seconds off the pace on stage 7 and loses nearly half a minute behind on stage 8. Third place goes to Gronholm. World Rally veteran Carlos Sainz has seen all of this before, and he can be more than happy with his day's work after his unexpected call-up to return to the fold. After an uncomfortable stage 1, he found his rhythm. The Spaniard set top 4 times all day and is now chasing Solberg for 4th position, just 23 seconds behind Norwegian after stage 8. It's been a terrific day too for Gigi Galli. He hasn't put a foot wrong all day, and second place is safe overnight. Tony Gardemeister has finished in the points on every round so far this season, and he's on course to do so again. He's up to 6th by the end of the day. Another Finn, Harry Rovanperä. He's been unable to match the pace of his teammate Gigi Galli, and that clonk sounded ominous. He's hit one of the many rocks that line the edge of the stages. As was the case in Cyprus, he's damaged the suspension and is forced to pull over. He retires for the day on stage 8, but he should be back to Super Rally tomorrow. So no change to the leaderboard after the Super Special that ended the day. Loeb with a comfortable lead of over a minute. The fight for second very tight between Galli, Gronholm and Solberg. Janne Chihino compounded Skoda's misery by retiring on stage 8. Ford's second driver Roman Cresta just outside the points in 9.
Marcus, thoughts on today? You don't seem happy.
Not really happy, no. Last year we could fight with Sebastian here. We were quite close. Now it's no chance.
So what is the problem?
We have changed the tires from last year. That's one thing, perhaps. And I don't know.
You normally wear a Pirelli cap in these interviews?
Yeah, I wear normal this one. Ask this stupid question.
Well, Gigi, the end of an absolutely fantastic day for you.
Yes, good word. And what can I say? We did a good job.
Sebastian, 7 stage wins and over a minute lead now. It doesn't get much better.
No, couldn't go better. Everything is good. It's perfect. The car is perfect.
Join us tomorrow for day 2 of Rally Turkey and keep up to date with the latest news on WRC.com.